Chat. Today is a day we actually play a scary game for Spooptober. We're gonna play multiple actually because I didn't realize the Steam Next Fest is like ending soon, and I found one scary game that I was like, holy shit, this thing looks amazing. One scary demo, one non-scary demo, which we're gonna start the day with, as well as some Alien Isolation later today. The problem is that right now you're gonna have to listen to me eat because guess what? I had things to do. My bad. I didn't mean to like actually waste time or anything, but like I had things to do. Had to wake up. Had to go eat stuff like that. The thing that we're going to do though is it's not just. Also, sorry, the schedule on Twitch was not up to date. Let me just update my schedule now. Wait. I'm actually like. See, this is the reason why I hate Twitch's schedule system because like it's just there stuck in like time. No, we are doing Alien Isolation today. Poop extruder. Wait, poop extruder. Poop chute activated. Yeah, it's good. But where you're gonna have to deal with me eating some food right now because I woke up and I had to do a bunch of things and I only just got to eat now. So what I figured that we should do to start the day actually is play some Vampire Survivors. So after playing that game last night, I realized just how addicted I am to that game. That game is kind of a masterpiece, and I'll get into why it's more of a masterpiece once we start. Today, there's actually not that much to talk about. Oh god, I guess these. Oh no. Oh no. Other than something that I didn't realize was happening. Apparently in France is having a bedbug infestation crisis. What? I don't know. But actually, that's how many bedbugs there are inside France. Apparently, it's been happening for like a while, and but now it's gotten real serious to the point where like most places have like hundreds of like bedbugs at any given moment. Also, it's for context, what I'm eating. But I maybe I should put a note. This stream is scuffed. Today is scuffed. Late breakfast. But they have so many bed bugs that every home has like hundreds. Wait, no, I wasn't talking about that. What am I eating? Let's start the day with what I'm eating first, okay? Number one, pad grapao, okay? A Thai classic. This is just basically Thai street food. You can apparently get these off the streets of Thailand, and I haven't had it in so long because my only memory of it growing up was my friend's mom made it. So now when I found like there's one restaurant where I live where they're really the Thai food is amazing. But the owners and like everything, they just took their home recipes and just opened up a fancy restaurant to sell their like Thai food. And my God, it's like a blessing from the heavens. It's like God came down and said, "Here, have Thai." Wait. BRB, let me just message my wife. Okay, what's up with that? But yeah, got some pad grapao because I saw one. Got me some tax checks. So where I live, they in Canada, you basically get like one check for like each like tax type that we have. It used to be like a PST and like a GST. Now it's just HST, but it's like a tax credit basically. I don't know why. I've never understood tax credits in the sense of like why they charge us and then they take it away from us. All I know is that it's in the sense of like it's like a temporary thing that they do in order to like have funds at the moment to use to grow the country, right? But I got that and I was like, you know what, might as well treat myself. I've been very good. I haven't actually bought anything in like months. Go on. First thing I see, the best Thai food in the entire city, 2-for-1 special. 2 pad grapao to the price of 1, but tofu. Now, tofu is also a classic flavor, but the flavor that I'm most familiar with is their pork. Apparently, pork had grapao is like the OG version. Oh my God, is it good? This is again any restaurant that's basically based around like, taking your family's recipe and then like turning it into like a restaurant, into like selling it as like food. It's really good. Also, my wife is in chat. Be nicer. Be nicer. If no one's nicer, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna ban you left and right. Boom, boom. That's why you're hearing me eat. You're hearing me eat some bad wrap out. Because I was late today. The other thing that I want to talk about today was France. So France and their bed bugs. They have a lot of bed bugs. There's videos showing like, you know, hundreds of like bed bugs under like mattresses and like stuff. And this is old. It's really, really old. That, like how long this has been happening. I think it was a result of the giant protests when like trash was like everywhere. Which, you know, who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that, you know, not doing things that people want would result in bad things happening, right? I'm always so surprised when leaders IRL make worse decisions than like the people that I play Civ, like, you know, that I play Civilization 4 with, right? I feel like real people make better choices in Civilization than they do IRL. Well, not that I would trust my friends or anything. I'm not saying I would trust my friends to run the country, but I know for sure who's going for what score. Okay, cultural win. That's me. I'm all about the culture. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, it's spicy. Oh god, it's spicy. Oh god. A Thai classic. Burning the tongues of your customers. Alright, Lemmy. Which one's heavier? A kilogram of peppers? Or a kilogram of steel? It really hurts to say that. But after seeing, like, the growth of the bedbug population, I'm very sort of, like, surprised that some places can't even get rid of them. So there's a lot of places in the world that are, like, they either don't have bed bugs or they don't have other like pests. For instance, did you know? I only found this out recently. Was it Alberta or British Columbia? One of those two inside Canada has no cockroaches or no rats or something. Like they just have no like pests. I'm like, holy shit! Like how? Apparently, they're down to like an emu. You know, like how Australians here. I'll show you. None of this makes sense unless I show you, so I might as well show you. Also, I know the tab is going to say Mother VR, but that's the mod for Alien Isolation to have VR inside of it. But the Emu War, I imagine what British Columbia did was similar to the Emu War. So if you don't know, the Emu War was an actual honest-to-goodness war. It was a nuisance wildlife management military operation undertaken in Australia during the later part of 1932 to address public concern about the number of emus destroying Look at this. So Australia had a war with the emus, and I'm not even kidding you. I think the emus won. Yeah, outcome. Minimal impact on the overall emu population. It was a 1-month war, and they only were able to kill 1,000 emus. So, I say only, but think about what this means, right? The Australian military failed to kill every emu. The war. I love how this is in quotes. The war. The first attempt. The second attempt. I do remember some people dying. There is a kill count involving these emus. Here we go. Despite the problems encountered with the call, farmers of the region once again requested military assistance in 1934, 1943, 1948, going to be turned down by the government. Instead, the bounty system, that instigated in 1923, they have bounties on emus. It was so effective that 57,000 bounties were claimed. Right? The problem is that nobody knows, like, obviously people can, like, lie. Be like, yes, Mr. President, I definitely killed, yes, Mr. Prime Minister. I definitely killed a lot of emus. Yeah, good group. It's fascinating to me that doesn't even happen. Okay, it's absurd. I remember before, they used to show, like, this Wikipedia page used to be very, very different. It used to show, like, war stats. So they would show, like, oh, like, the human side versus the emu side stats. And then it used to say that the emus won the emu war on this page. I think they removed it because birds can't win a war. Well, apparently the news spread of the war. That's how we know about it. And then now they're like fencing and stuff like that. But imagine that, but for Alberta. So let me look up Alberta cockroach free or something like that. Alberta rat free. There we go. Alberta's rat control program. How we keep Alberta, the entirety of Alberta, rats free. So, just like the emu war, the Albertans also waged war against the menace of a rat starting in 1950. I don't know why Canada and Australia waged war against like animals, but it's fitting. You know what I mean? Like if you look at like ancient Canadians, and you like realize that like what's his name again? TF2 Man. No, not Manco. Like the man himself. Sorry, I'm trying to find the like giant man. TF2. Topless guy. Okay, this is gonna be a very meet the shitless heavy. Saxton Hale. It makes sense. I know I'm using this as if it's a historical record, but it makes sense why Australians did this and why Canadians did it too. Because really, an Australian who looks like this is really just a Canadian in disguise too. This is basically what a lot of Canadians look like. If you've ever seen what's that one really Canadian web series? Fuck, what's it called? Not Frontier, not god damn it, not this shit. On YouTube. Don't ya know? There we go. How come when I search "don't ya know" then it comes up? Letterkenny, okay? Oh, something, is that you fuck yourself with it? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like it's basically that. Here, let me just show you. None of this really makes sense. Letterkenny TV show. So, you may realize the actor in this, the main guy who was running the show, is a very famous actor now. He does a lot of different shows. He was also in a really good show called The 1612. It was like a police drama show. That show had one of the most like insane one-shot scenes I've ever seen about like a shooting response. It was nuts. But it makes sense when you see this show because this is what they look like. Here, let me see if I can pull up like a picture of Letterkenny. Like, oh my god. Like that's like Australians, Canadians. We're basically the same deal, right? This is as true as it gets. At least, well, not inside the big city, inside Canada. Obviously, inside the cities of like Canada, you won't find. Well, you probably will find this in Australia in the homes, but you won't find this. Well, yeah, you don't find this. You gotta go far. And by far, I mean like 1 hour. 1 hour out of the city, you meet these tough mother truckers. Okay, so it makes sense why Australians fought to kill the emus, and why Albertans also fought to kill the rats. Is it a rat? It's fascinating because you don't really expect it to be possible, right? Like how do they do it? Rats are the most destructive vertebrate in the world. The rat cause many loss of storage and feel fast. Including rat by food. Norway has no time. Norway has depended on the presence of people about it. My vegetation type has to the barrier. A British has maintained a rat. You know how like okay, Korea DMZ. So in Korea, you have the DMZ, right? One side, North Korea. Well, sorry, one side across, like going forward, North Korea. The other side, South Korea. In Canada and Alberta, we have the RCZ. Run ICZ. We have the rat control zone instead inside Alberta. It runs along the eastern border with Saskatchewan. What? Holy shit. That's a lot of land. For context, this would maybe take you like at least a week or two to like drive across the entire thing, I think. Like honestly, if you look at Canada on like a map, it's like mostly empty, right? Like Canada is a very empty place. If you just look at the map of like Canada, there's so much like emptiness across the entire thing here. Nouvelle France map. Basically, all the population lives in like very, very specific. Wait, this isn't 1750. God damn it! Sorry, I was claiming 1750. Sorry, but this, okay. Most people live here, some here, some here, some here, some here. Not that many over here. Wasteland. Well, not a wasteland, but you have to have been born here to even want to live here, right? This part of Canada is interesting, is you actually see right into like Europe. Although I don't remember if there's people here, if there's people on this side. It's on one of these sides. I can't remember where that place is, but there's this one city on like the very northern edge of the Arctic and the Antarctica, where the U.S. or Canada runs like a base of like people who like live there, and you could actually just see like Russia across the like water. It's actually pretty like neat how close we are, and yet how different we are, and how many problems come from that. But that is apparently how Alberta does it, and it's crazy to think about because like even bed bugs are rare here, right? Mind you, they exist, and they're terrifying when you see them, but they're rare. You'll never have to deal with a bed bug. For the most part, unless you take the subway very heavily, in which case you will probably bring one home at some point. Happened to me a couple times. So to see a infestation of bed bugs in France, that's insane. In Paris, sorry, there's a global resurgence. What? Hi, welcome to BBC News. France bed bug panic. Officials respond as Paris school infested on October 6th. A national panic over bedbugs as Paris school becomes the latest building hit by a reported infestation. We need to do the BMZ, the bed bug, the BBMZ, the bed bug, no, the BBCZ, the BBCZ. Yeah, the BBC has to run the BBCZ bed bug control zone. Well, apparently it's been getting even worse since October 6th. This is just the latest article that I can find. It's kind of like, you know, it's mostly just people recording it in their homes and showing like, yeah, it's bad. But most of the news is not really there. It's crazy. Because again, in Canada, here, not the rare. Well, they're rare enough to where you won't see them in most places. And I remember having a small infestation once, very, very small. It was just one, and it bit me, and I saw the marks, and I was like, I'm gonna kill this thing. And because the way to treat the like bed bugs is by doing like a heat treating. That's what. You have to do heat treating. I need to do like what? Wait. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't show this. Also, I'm not eating, so maybe I shouldn't show this. I'm going to vomit. But you have to heat everything up to like a very high degree in order to get rid of all of the bed bugs. Right, I'm almost done eating. Almost. But since I'm almost done eating, we might as well start the run. So I figured today, since you have to listen to me eat, I talk about something small, like bed bugs and rats and Saxon hail. This all makes sense, okay? It all makes sense. Saxon hail, bed bugs, the Emu War, and Korea. This is all part of a giant plan to control humanity. Yeah. And those slides with Saxon hail. But now that I'm done talking about that, the next thing that I want to do was play some Vampire Survivors because I'm addicted. So we're gonna jump right into Vampire Survivors because my addiction has started once again, and we unlocked the Archer.